I'm Kensani Maranele with your news updates. In your headlines, Gautrain bus drivers demand tighter security. Winky Direko to be laid to rest today. Newly appointed Gautrain bus drivers have called on management to beef up security and ensure their safety. This after yesterday afternoon's Gautrain's bus shooting in Midrand, north of Johannesburg. The bus driver and a fellow Gautrain employee were the only people on the bus. The company suspects that the shooting is related to the recent drivers' strike by bus drivers. Gautrain was hit by a crippling illegal strike by disgruntled bus drivers 3 weeks ago. The company then dismissed drivers who were threatening to harm the company. However, the company's spokesperson Errol Braithwaite says having guns on buses is not an option at this point.
Because we don't want to have a firefight between perpetrators of crime and people trying to protect passengers.
Small-scale farming and skills development have received a boost, with power utility Eskom donating 1 million rand to be used to buy tractors and farming implements. Managing Director of the Mpumalanga Agri-Skills Development and Training, Lynette Bazenhout, says it will go a long way in honing the skills of emerging farmers. The institution already has 180 projects in Mpumalanga, Limpopo and KwaZulu-Natal. Bazenhout says emerging farmers need to progress to full-scale commercial farming.
For an emerging farmer, him and his wife can operate on a rugby field. They can produce and do a very limited sustainable living on a rugby field. But we're expecting him to increase that production area to at least 10 or 20 rugby fields. And suddenly it becomes a totally different ball game. If you don't have resources, don't have labor, don't have money, don't have transport, then you can't grow bigger.
The Democratic Alliance has called on the Human Rights Commission to investigate reports that a youth camp in Mpumalanga is training boys to hate blacks. The DA's Musi Maimane says the training includes firearm handling and political indoctrination designed to foster racial hatred. The camp outside Carolina, called Commando Corps, claiming to have trained over 1,500 boys. Reports say the boys, aged 13 and 19, are taught a racist ideology. Maimane says the DA will ask the commission to investigate whether activities at the camp are legal. Former Free State Premier Winky Direko will be laid to rest in Bloemfontein today. Scores of people are expected to attend the funeral, including dignitaries from various political formations. Direko will be given a special provincial official funeral. She died last week at the age of 82 after suffering from a stroke. Family representative Boitumelo Machwa.
We will begin the proceedings at 8 o'clock here in Bayswater at Mewinki's house, number 1 EFS Road. At 8:15, the cortege will leave from the house to St. Patrick's Church in Bochabela location. The proceedings will begin at 9 o'clock in the morning. After the proceedings, we will then move to the graveside in Pahameng. After Mewinki has been laid to rest, the participators are requested to go back to the St. Patrick's Church where food will be served.